What is up, guys? We are here, the TheHillTwins, back at it again with another video. And today we are here with Kenneth Cardez. You guys know him. He's been around for some time and he's been putting in so much work. You guys seen him on the House of Hype. You guys seen him around New York City. I'm just ecstatic right now. Really proud of you. You just finished top 8 DBS TCG Cons PPG event. It was a lot of hitters. You beat some very pro players to earn your spot in top 8, and you really put in work, and I'm so proud of you. So I just wanted to give that to the people first because it's just awesome seeing you level up and grind and choose the right decks that is tailored towards your card gaming personality. So without further ado, let's jump into it. What did you play?
So I played SS4 Vegeta, the ramp master himself.
Yes, sir.
If there's a good Vegeta deck in the format, I like to play it. That's basically what it is. I've been playing blue since the game came out.
Yeah.
I've dabbled in other colors, but I've mostly been known as a blue player.
Right.
But I went with this deck just because it's one of the blue decks that I'm the most comfortable with.
And you've been grinding your ass off with this deck. Like, you're a monster with this deck. Yes, exactly. So
I'll just get right into it. Everyone knows what the leader does. When he attacks, he draws a card. If he does damage, I get to ramp the top card of the deck into my energy.
Yep.
That allows me to summon my big drops earlier in the game than they should, which is kind of busted.
Yep. That's the concept.
It also helps me summon my Unison earlier when I see it. So obviously we start off with our 4 Majin Buu Unison. Double strike pressure, draws a card, untaps himself and an energy at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
It's a staple in blue, and it's a staple in this deck. 3 Kai. Mainly went with this one because a lot of the cards that this deck is weak against are always played on my opponent's turn. Things like Repost, Charismatic Villain if you play against green. 5-drop cooler.
Yeah,
sometimes.
everything. For the most part.
When they're not being played offensively on me. And it's a 1-mana cantrip, draws me a card, and keeps pressure against.
You can combo with the chick too, like fuck it.
And especially against yellow, it's just really good. Exactly. It's very annoying for yellow to get around this card. Another cantrip, we have the 1-drop Zeno for the super combo. Allows me to also manipulate my energy, so if I charge something that I need later, I can get it back when I'm at 5 or less.
Ramp off the top, accidentally.
I'm ramping off the top, maybe I want to get back a Unison.
Or maybe your baby freaking hatch.
Yeah, or even like key combo pieces. Like I'll have Beerus, we'll get to some of the cards later, but some pieces in the deck. Since we ramp, we get to play this guy pretty early also. He's also a cantrip. He draws a card on play. 15k pressure, is also a blocker. I get to 3 pretty easily, so like this guy's coming out like turn 2 for no reason, other than just to draw me a card and sit there and do 15k pressure. One of my favorite cards, Vegeta the Interceptor.
Yeah, I feel like he needs to be at 4, but he's broken. He's just broken. Point blank.
I actually did get him out as a counter in one of my games, which was broken.
Yes.
Because like I negated, with D-Magic, they did Swift Retaliation Cooler, and then I countered with this guy and popped their board. It was really awesome to do that.
Yeah, that's insane.
He's 20k dual attack, pressures a lot of things, can pressure Unisons, pressures battle cards, brings out negates all the time. He just does so much.
Pretty much.
Speaking of negates, I did play 2 of the heroic prospects. Just a 15k body mostly, and I wanted other ways to stop attacks.
Right.
Especially if they play big boys.
Right. Not being played too much anymore, but I definitely agree with it for sure.
Yeah. And then we get to our big boys, especially our big baby Golden Avenger. Just incredibly powerful card. Counter plays. He's also a counter. Gets rid of things that have barrier, which is what this deck struggles against. And he's triple strike.
Yep.
Probably one of the best boss monsters in the deck.
Cards nuts.
Kale, Rampage, and Demon. She does a lot. She's got deflect, double strike, and then if you play her when you have 7 energy, she's also a barrier and dual attack.
Yep.
And she wins games. That's pretty much what she does.
Bottom decks, everything on the board, ignoring barrier.
Yep. We have 3 God Sealing Trunks. We play God Sealing because it's the only counterplay Blue can play that really
does something.
Sometimes I do pay 5 for him, which is funny.
Yeah, I've been a victim of that.
2 of the SS4 Vegeta Rise of the Super Saiyan Warrior. He's a blocker. When you play him, he's 6 energy. When you play him, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and it's either draw 4, or if you need the extra energy, you can put those cards in your energy, or split them. You know, you can keep 2, energy 2, or best case draw 4, or worst case it's for 4 more energy.
Yeah.
He also restands. You can swing with him, and then he restands at the end of the turn. It's 30k, puts a lot of pressure. We have Super Saiyan God Son Goku Miraculous Transformation. He's a 3 cost negate when I have 3 or more energy on my opponent's turn. He has Deflect, Unique, Triple Strike, and Barrier. And as long as he's in rest mode, my opponent cannot attack my leader. This is really good for decks that like to go wide.
Yeah, floodgate. Decks that are like trying to, like you said, go
it's
wide. It's
basically a floodgate negate, and sometimes can end turns, or it stops them from attacking my leader, because then they have to get rid of this, so my leader lives a little bit.
Right. And you can protect this card.
Yeah. And then, of course, it's a blue deck that goes up to a lot of energy. We play 2 copies of Android 17, Turning the Tide.
Yep.
When this guy's played, he literally lives up to his name. He turns the tide, usually in my favor. Yep. 30k critical. We both lose our hands, and then my opponent also loses the battle cards in their drop. But he's crit, and then by the time I get him out, I usually have a board. It's game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Since we're blue, we play the blue secret rare, Baby Hatch.
Baby Hatch. Nuts.
Time Walk is good. I don't know what else to say. Like, giving me another turn is just... It is what it is. That's what he does. I play 1 Child's Army. Sometimes opponents like to leave me at 5, so I wanted multiple ways to take a life, get to 4, makes a blocker token, does things. 4D magic, when I drop is full, this is a sparking negate. I get to get cards from my life to my hand.
Your drop will be full, especially with the extra cards you play.
Yeah. Dirty Burst, this card saves lives.
Yes. It's also really good against
it's really
Crown.
good against G7, and it's really good against Bardock. Broly Crown. It's really good against that card. It was super awkward to do that in our game, but I was just like, I had to.
I don't play 7 drops outside of Mirror Itself from the Skies, so it's just like, it worked in your favor anyways.
For sure. This card was definitely the MVP all day. Cleared out a lot of battle cards for me, saved my life a lot of times. I couldn't ask for anything more from an extra card that gives me 10k, and on my opponent's turn lets me draw a card, or on my turn gets rid of annoying cards like Isekai.
Pretty much.
And that's what that does. We're blue, we play Senzu Beans. Beans, the magical fruit. The more we eat, the more we toot. You know how it is. Tragedy Overground, I only played against 1 Gamma, never saw it, but I mostly had this in the deck just for the games that went long, and didn't want to deal with problematic battle cards. Then, of course, Ultra Instinct Kamehameha.
Crack you upon your head top to ramp a card.
And that's pretty much what that does. Side deck. The best thing I side decked every single game is this package here. He brings this out. This gets 3 markers. My opponent can't attack unless they sacrifice a dude that's 2 or higher. This also lets me draw cards. It also gets rid of cards that ignore barrier. I know a lot of people say that you can play the Gotenks Unison over this, but I wanted something that would give me a guy that can attack and block, and then a Unison that would keep...
Floodgate and a Unison that will draw.
I brought this in against every Trunks Vegeta I played, and every match I played, and it
just performed
overperformed. This was mostly... This was mostly to just deal with problematic cards. I wanted another Unison that got rid of cards.
Got the geysers. Peace.
I beat both of them, by the way. This was for hand control. I didn't face any hand control, so I never brought it in. I did bring it in against Gamma just to have extra bodies. 4th copy of God Sealing. Muscles, Roshi. This is literally one of my favorite cards in the game.
Yeah.
It is. It's
It's just awesome. This was also for anything that went long. Gamma, if I face the mirror match, this guy just kills energy, kills battle cards and energy. Basically brings my opponent down to 1 energy and they lose the game. And then 2nd copy of Tragedy Overground for blue matches.
Right, okay, yo, so, I mean, this is so solid. main thing I like about it is just its consistency.
Oh, good stuff, Ken!
No, bro.
Let's go.
Yo, any other events that you're going to anytime soon?
I'm busy with running my own locals, so shout outs to the Waypoint Cafe at 55 Ludlow Street. Guys, we do Dragon Ball every Wednesday. Shout out to Truly Urban in the Bronx as well. Gaming Universe in Flushing, Queens, the 3 premier locals for Dragon Ball Super in New York City. Shout outs to all the players that I know. Twins, thank you so much for all your guidance and everything. Being awesome friends. Shout outs to everyone back home in New York at all the locals. Shout outs to my team, the Thunder Pals, guys. We did it. We got a top.
Easy.
Facts.
And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm really excited.
What's the next regional or PPG event you're going to?
Right now, I think I'm just looking at both Nats. We have December Nats for the actual Bandai Dragon Ball Super. This got me my invite for the
PPG Nats. Yeah.
So I'll probably might hit up both.
Okay. Okay.
You know, but as far as like any other majors, it's just really hard, working and being a real life.
That is fair, yeah, 100%. So you did it. You did the thing.
I did the thing.
Proud of you, man. 100%.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So there you have it. That's Ken's top 8 PPG TCG Con event. And yeah, like always, guys, you know the deal. Stay super.